Hello, and welcome to the Libra Season edition of the Adult Audit. Our first question is, how am I getting in my own way? And we pulled the Cosmic Egg. This is the last card in the Wild Unknown deck, and it's about completing a cycle, a journey, an endeavor that you have been on. And when that question of how am I getting my own way, it's really about believing that there's more barriers to your success than actually may be there, about not having time to reflect and realizing the lessons learned and how far you've gone, and also dragging something out that's ready to be finished, right? So something or some things are ready to be sunsetted this Libra season, and allowing that process to unfold. Perhaps the way that you're getting in your own way is by splitting your energy, your time, your focus on something that no longer is worthy of that energy, or where you have actually just completed what you needed to do. So continuing to linger in that space is happening at a detriment. Our second question of what's working better for me than I realize is the shark. And the shark energy is really one that reminds me of sort of like fables or lore, right? Where when we hear shark, at least in the West, we're conditioned to think of scary and a risk, right? But when the shark is circling you, it's not actually because it's about to strike, so to speak. It's actually realizing that the shark can direct you towards what it is that's circling you, right? So this energy is really coming from a place of thinking of like almost hypervigilance, thinking that certain things are, like out to get you, or something is more complicated than it needs to be, that you don't have what it takes to get to a certain point in life, business, relationships, what have you. And I would imagine if this is coming up in Libra season, it might be on that line of relationships, and not just with others, but with yourself and how you are relating with the various aspects and components of your life. And so that shark energy is really a reminder that we get to ultimately decide what is or isn't a threat. We also get to decide sort of where we're roaming, where our energy is taking us. And so realizing that we, might have better boundaries than you think. It's just a matter of reinforcing them and evaluating how those are going for you. And also, with the shark energy and what's going well for you, you probably can let your guard down about something, right? So perhaps you're still building this energy off the cosmic egg. There's, an opportunity as you are letting a certain chapter or projects or what have you be completed in your life, that's one less energy output that's going to be encircling you and making you feel that hypervigilance. So allowing that to sort of free up that space, drop your shoulders down and back, take a deep breath, and allow room, right? And not filling the room, just allowing room. And that segues into our third question of how can I be my full ass self this month? And we pulled the crocodile card. And the crocodile card is this invitation to pause. You're not rushing into anything, right? There aren't any fables or lores about the crocodile. It's not the crocodile and the tortoise, right? So there's a opportunity that happens when you pause before your next action. So really the crocodile card and the energy is this opportunity to build up your reserves. Sort of take an inventory of what's working for you, where your challenges are, what opportunities you have, what resources you have, what feels good, what doesn't feel good, what rights feel like they need to be, or what's wrongs need to be righted, so to speak. And so the crocodile is this invitation to not, again, fill that space you just created by sunsetting something with the cosmic egg energy, allowing your defenses to go down with the shark energy, and then now seeing that doesn't mean you have to fill and stack your plate back up and fill up that void. No, allowing that place to be one of rest and nourishment, knowing that then when it is time to strike, so to speak, when it is time to take action, you're doing so from a place of intention and choice, and you're ultimately going to be better supported through that process because you're able to use those lessons learned, those boundaries that are practiced, and also the new energy reserve that you have to have a different type of experience moving forward than otherwise. And acknowledging that this Libra season is happening right as Virgo season ended with an eclipse, right? And also that Virgo season had 2 new moons. So a lot of energy was like shifting and shaking. And so this is the time to recalibrate, to reset, and to acknowledge where you do need support in that process, because this is a sort of turning of the tides for not just the end of the year, but also a different paradigm in how you are relating with yourself and others, where your boundaries are working for you or they're working against you, essentially. So, how can working smarter, not harder, show up for you in this practice of being in right relationship with yourself and others? And so this whole Libra season, I'm offering the Great Eclipse Season Reset session. So these are $111. So you would essentially pick which day in Libra season works for you to have Voxer access to me. And I would be doing a personalized reading for you, and also using your human design energy and chart. I will be giving you personalized practices to help reset and recalibrate that eclipse energy, and also lean into this season of letting go of lowering your defenses and resting, and doing that through your human design, cognition, determination, and environment. And so these sessions are available anytime throughout Libra season. So you can get like a one-off for $111, or you can get a bundle of 4 readings, and you would get one in September, October, November, and December, in addition to a 2026 forecast oracle reading, which would include card pools for 13 cards, so one for each month in the entire year, and that package is $450. So those details will be linked below, but also, I encourage and appreciate your engagement and sharing this reading or comments of what's landing and what's coming up for you. And then in the middle of the season, so in about 2 weeks, I'll share out some checking in prompts. How is these energies working for you? What's coming up? How are you doing? What else needs to shift? So as always, have a razzle-dazzle day, and if that's not accessible, you can put an F on front and have a frazzle-dazzle day.